How are you this week, Lee? You're sitting right next to me.
I'm right next to it. Welcome back, Maxi. Welcome to Brisbane. Welcome to the office.
It's good to be back.
And here we are. We're not like, using the interweb. We're sat next door to each other having a chat.
It's good to have a chat. So
Yes.
Hello to everyone on YouTube as well.
Exactly.
The numbers are creeping up on YouTube, which is good.
I know. People are... Some people are preferring to watch us as opposed to listen to us. How scary is that? Who would have thought?
Today is going to be a great chat. There's a lot to cover.
Yes.
We'll start off with that quote.
Go, rip in, Maxi. Off you go.
So, this quote this week for everyone out there. Far away, the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Bang.
There you go. How
bit
good
of a tongue
is that?
twister there.
Bit of a tongue twister. You struggled with that one a little bit, but you got there. You got there. So
it's the message. It's the message that's important. And the
so
quote.
How lucky are we that we have the opportunity to do this work?
Exactly right.
And hopefully help a few people
along the way.
On this crazy path of life.
And that's the thing, you have your good days and bad days,
Absolutely.
Interesting days, but all in all, reflection and looking back and having gratitude of what we've achieved the last 10 years.
Yes.
It's awesome. So,
yeah,
amazing. It's good to see.
We're really starting on week 1 of the next decade. So, excellent.
Good stuff. Well, we'll go straight into good news.
Yeah, good news. Woo.
Okay, so good news this week, Lee. There's a bit here.
Yeah, well, we're in Brisbane. We're together.
Brisbane.
Yeah, good flight. Good. Nice up flight. Oh.
Great flight. Actually, talking about an unfortunate event, but that's later in the podcast about the flight. But that's another story.
All right. Okay. We'll wait for that. So
we have a pretty big week.
Yeah.
Even though this is on Friday and we're recording this a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
We have a massive week. Can't say too much,
Can't say too much about a lot.
You'll be down in Melbourne.
I'm going up to Melbourne for a lovely meeting. You've got a meeting on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the city doing some important meetings.
Yeah, and we had a great meeting yesterday with the team. That's like we're got a lunch in an hour's time. We're going to meet Nick. So lots of good stuff happening in the organisation of the all the stuff. TikTok gave you a blue tick?
Yeah, so TikTok gave me a blue tick and they made the name Lifeguard_Maxi no longer
you are now officially Lifeguard Maxi.
So all across socials it's the same.
Yeah, good luck. That's amazing. So that's excellent. And
I just
gave blood.
Yeah, I gave some blood the other day. So I was at work and the mobile blood donor bus was down there and we're just sitting there and I saw that it was a bit of a miserable day and I was going to go for a big run on the sand and I'm thinking, well, obviously running is really good for your body and good for your mind. I'm like, what is something else I can do to give back? And I've only donated blood twice.
Yeah.
And I just had a real spur of the moment, have the Lifeblood app, downloaded it. Oh, sorry, I was already uploaded, but went on there and booked in and there was a 2 p.m. slot and went up there and donated blood.
So tell us about it. How long did it take you?
It took me 6 minutes. I think the average is 8 minutes, so 6 minutes.
So that's really all it takes, 6 minutes.
Yeah, I don't. She
said
I was really fast.
Get in there and good veins. Then did you have good veins?
Yeah, good veins.
So they put the drippy in and
After what happened a couple of weeks ago with how many people were injured and lost a lot of blood, I think it's very important.
100%.
If people can donate blood, please do.
Absolutely. If you've ever been or had a the times when my mum was in hospital and the amount of blood that she had to have. You absolutely are grateful that people are donors.
And found out, I already knew my blood type was rare. I'm B negative. The lady said, because it's my second visit, I've got a key ring or a keychain ring thing and with my blood type on it. And I thought it was very important. As a first responder, it's so important for ambos and doctors to know your blood type, especially if there's blood transfusions and all sorts of different things that needs to happen. So finding out that, reinstating, and then how rare it is. It's only 2% of the Australian population have been negative.
Which makes you being a donor even more important, because
Yes.
my mum was a rare blood type, so therefore, you know, she couldn't have any of the common or garden O or stuff like that.
They say every time you donate, you save potentially 3 lives, and it's something to do with the way that they divvy up the blood, or they grab nutrients and things from the blood. But all in all, if you are on the fence about donating blood, a lot of people are scared of needles, and but the staff are very professional. They make it a breeze. You know you're doing some good stuff. If you can, do it. And there are some benefits, especially for firefighters and first responders out there. There's been a few case studies where in our type of work that we do, there's a lot of toxic smoke and toxic chemicals and things that can cause nasty cancers, and the PFAS that gets in your blood. And they say by cleaning your blood, or when I say cleaning the blood, donating blood or doing so, you get rid of the blood in your body, and then it rejuvenates better.
So it's good for you as well.
It's good for you, and rest assured, people thinking, well, hang on, if you've got dirty blood, you're giving. Nah, it doesn't work like that. I think it's something to do with the cleanse blood, the new rejuvenated blood that your red blood cells create. It's something to do with it's cleaner, or I don't know. There's something to do with the body. But I know that there's been case studies where it does help minimise your risk of getting cancer. Firefighter cancers, they say, from toxic smoke and toxic environments that we're forever, every day facing. So if you are a fire out there, roll up the sleeves. If you can, donate some blood.
Proud of you, Maxi. I think as well, a key thing for that for me, I didn't realise it was kind of so quick. I thought, people might think you have to set aside an afternoon.
You have to do a questionnaire and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but you weren't in there for 2 hours.
I think all in all, it's about 40 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. That's hats off to you, Maxi. There was many, many years, because I was born in Britain, wasn't allowed to give blood.
Yeah,
we were banned.
Yeah,
but I think that's lifted now, and good on you,
dog
Maxi.
resus
I got
video
a little cute story I found online. Fire is, you're going in there, and you always tell people, you don't go back in for fluffy and sparkles and things like this, but firefighters were called out to a blaze at a home in Lincoln. I've got no idea if this is Lincoln, UK or Lincoln, USA or whatever. But 14-year-old Lottie was rescued. A little fluffy white dog was left like a little charcoal. I'm showing Maxi a photo here. Little charcoaly, dusty, smoky little Lottie went from white to, we'll just call that smoky grey. Was totally black, but was rescued using a tiny CPR mask. 14-year-old little doggy. The occupiers weren't home, but the dog was inside. And the firefighters went in, they got little Lottie out, resuscitated her. After 20 minutes, she was also deaf and only had 4 teeth. But after 20 minutes, she showed signs of life and recovered. So, homeowner's not home, fire caused by an unattended candle.
Yeah, you need to make sure you blow out those candles, everyone. Incense and candles, heaters, coming into winter here in Australia, summer overseas, but you might be in a, fire does not discriminate. If you're, not watching when you're cooking, or playing around with candles, or having your heater too close to furniture and so on.
Exactly.
Smoking in bedrooms.
Exactly right.
Tragedies can happen, so always be prepared. And have a working smoke alarm.
Yes,
working smoke alarms save lives.
Yeah, so look, we'll call Lottie Lottie for today, and good news story. So and then what else we got? We've got some videos to record in a minute. Yeah,
we've got some new YouTube videos to record, and we just had a great guest come on.
Great guest,
which you will all be happy about. We do. Like our guests coming on, and we do have a special guest this week that we interviewed, and it's all about mental health and resilience.
Yeah, and it's going to be out in mid-June, but hopefully we are starting to bring some lots of inspirational people, and a great over an hour of absolute gold and a really inspirational young man. So look at me saying young man, sounding like, Nana. Anyway, here we go. So what do we got next, Maxie? What's next on the notes?
We do have some unfortunate news. Yeah. Well, I'm sure people can relate to this. If you are listening, you do travel occasionally, public transport or on planes. Sometimes you might be sitting next to someone that is very sick. So I got on the plane. I'm always I'm one of those people. Yes, roll your eyes. I'm one of those people that get on the plane relatively first or early.
We don't when
because I have
late people.
I have this anxious feeling that you got to walk on with carry-on because I do travel a lot with carry-on.
Yeah, you can't get your bag in there.
Oh man, I just have nightmares of that.
Yeah,
so,
we're early boarders, aren't we?
Early boarders. So yeah, I was flying up from Sydney to Brisbane and sitting on the plane just before the doors closed. I had a seat next to me free. I'm like, how good's this? Bit extra leg room.
Then the person came on.
Yeah. And the lady and the partner come on and had one look, and she just looked very, very, very sick. And
did you have your mask in your bag?
Nah, not the mask. Mask are gone from COVID time, so
I've got one in my handbag. I hate them too, but I've got one in my handbag just in case.
Well, the person that was next to me, she
should have been wearing the mask.
She was a little bit, considerate. She wasn't really facing me in that, but I made sure I kept my distance.
Yeah,
that's rightly so. But the unfortunate event is coughing and splattering and sniffing.
We'll just do the rest of this podcast from here, Maxie. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully
it wasn't too bad. But it's not. Considering other things that are going on in the world, that's very small. But I haven't had an unfortunate event the last couple of weeks, so I thought I'd throw that in there.
Well, and then my welcome to Brisbane. Let's go and visit my dad in hospital.
Yeah.
It's just like
he's in the good place, and
he's in the good place with the amazing nurses. And get well soon, Daddy-O. I will be in to see you
soon.
Very, very soon. So, yes, not on the list, not on the plan. But anyway, what can we say? He's in the best place and the nurses are amazing. So, looking after my daddy
Get better, jockey.
Yes. All righty. What have we got next, Maxie?
We have got dad jokes.
Oh.
Here we go. So, have you got your dad joke there, Leigh?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm on? Right. Okay, Maxie. What if the guy that invented the umbrella was actually going to call it umbrella, but just went,
umbrella. There's some good ones here.
That's a bit of a groan to that one, Maxie. Okay, what do you got next?
Here we go. There's some bad ones. What did one hat say to the other hat?
What did one hat say to the other hat? Don't know, Maxie. What did one hat say to the other hat?
You stay here and I'll go ahead.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'll go on ahead.
I'll go on ahead.
I stuffed it.
Yeah,
the punchline,
stuffed it. That was so... Oh, okay. So, Maxie, for you, why did the snowman get detention?
Why?
He was up to snow good.
We're gonna have to change this segment one day. I think we're running out. We're running out on some bad ones here.
Like, I think it's the highlight of the thing, actually. Anyway, come on then.
Okay.
I'm trying to not look at your notes.
I'm reading a book on history of glue.
History of glue?
I just can't seem to put it
down.
Put
it down. Oh, it's a sticky one.
They are really getting bad.
Bit lame today. Never mind. Onward. We need a new supplier.
Okay.
New dad joke supplier. Right.
Job of the week. Yeah, job of the week. Adding on to last week's story about that spinal I had at Bondi.
Yes.
I got a phone call the other day from Harrison, one of the lifeguards down there. The person that we actually helped and looked after. And you probably remember last week's episode where I talked about someone that had a suspected spinal injury.
Yes, you did. This was the almost at the end of the day.
Almost at the end of the day.
Knockoff job.
Yeah. We got a phone call from the hospital saying there was confirmed C3 fracture in the neck, and anything 1, 2, and 3 are very vital for person's survival. So the fact that he did fracture C3, which just goes to show how close he was for doing some permanent damage. So, the first aid skills kicked in to make sure you kept the neck still, and we packaged him up professionally and quickly. But yeah, always if you're umming and ahhing about suspected spinal, always treat it seriously. You do not know what's going on under the skin and in the spine and around the bones. So always treat him serious.
Yeah.
So if there's anything to take from this, if someone comes up with a sore neck, treat it seriously because it could turn out to be legit.
That is, hats off to you guys that looked after him, and lucky man.
Very lucky man. And adding on to that, we had a relatively quiet shift. When we have a quiet shift on the fireys, it means people are doing the right thing.
People are behaving.
But yeah, coming into this week, this is Friday, so I would have done my 2 shifts between now and then. So I might have something for you guys next week. But yeah, everything's going good. A few lifeguard shifts, bits and pieces. But I thought it would be very important to explain about that spinal that we had.
It's always nice when you get a bit of feedback, especially if it's good news. You get a little bit of to know how the people went, because you must always wonder, when you've sent them off. So
all the time.
Exactly. So right,
tip of the week.
Tip of the week, Maxi. What have we got?
Okay, tip of the week this week, everyone, is CPR hand placement. So the video on the Skills for Life program, I talk about how to correctly place your palm on someone's chest. So we do know the heart sits a little bit to the left of the chest.
We do.
And I just talk about, different techniques, different hand placements, difference between male and female and child and baby. So hopefully you learn a thing or two. It is very important to learn how to do it, because if you're pushing the wrong direction or you don't know how deep to push, you're meant to push a third of the chest down. For different people are different techniques. So make sure you check it out. It's a good video, a lot of information there.
Yeah, exactly. Really, really important. And it's such a simple bit of advice, but can make all the difference. So,
and when we go into schools and we teach kids how to do resuscitation and CPR on the dummy, occasionally the kids do put it in the wrong position and they don't know, and they think it's in the middle of the chest. They think it's a little bit to the right. So it's good to know where the heart actually sits and how hard and how
to the
you
left.
need to push.
Excellent. Great tip, Maxi.
All
Awesome. So, right, what do we got?
Crazy facts.
Oh, crazy facts.
Okay, crazy facts.
What have you found for us today then, Maxi?
You can go first.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
Because it kind of follows on from where we just were. So, this Sunday, the 12th of May, International Nurses Day. So I thought, a few facts about nurses. Interestingly, it also falls on Mother's Day in Australia too. So some interesting facts about nurses. Nursing is ranked number 1 amongst professionals with the highest levels of honesty and ethics.
Well, yeah.
Who doesn't trust a nurse?
The amount of work that they do is just amazing, and they sometimes they don't get the recognition they deserve, and hopefully in this podcast and people thanking nurses, thank you for your service.
Yeah, so we are now just in. It's the 7th of May now. It is National Nurses Week, so given my dad's in hospital, I'll have a chat with them later, and I'll give them a thank you. So the most trusted profession. Every nurse walks an average 5Ks every shift.
That's a lot.
They get their steps in, don't they?
They do.
It's just like by going to work. So how good? So that's like 4 to 5 miles in a 12-hour shift. Insane. The symbol of nursing is an oil lamp, and the oil lamp comes from probably the first nurse, the original Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp, who basically worked to improve the standard of care around London in the Crimean War in the mid to late 1800s. We all learnt about the lady with the lamp at school. She lived in England and she revolutionised care abroad at wartime bedsides. So if you know a nurse this week,
Give them thanks.
Give them a hug and give them thanks. They are absolute legends. So amazing facts from me about the legends that are nurses. What have you got for me then, boss?
Mine is just fascinating Earth facts. So I've got 5 here.
Yes.
So the Earth's magnetic field generated by the movement of molten iron in its outer core protects the planet from harmful solar winds and cosmic radiation. It's pretty cool. The Earth's surface is covered by approximately 71% water, with majority found in the oceans and only 3% being fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy when you think about it. A lot of people
Crazy.
drink water. The largest desert in the world is not the Sahara, but Antarctica. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The continent receives very little precipitation.
Say that again for us.
Yeah, I can't. Precipitation.
But
making it the driest and coldest desert on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Earth experiences approximately 8,000 lightning strikes every minute.
A minute? I was thought you might say a day.
Resulting over 1 billion lightning strikes worldwide each year.
Think of all that electricity.
It's a lot of electricity. And last but not least, the Earth's land masses are constantly shifting due to plate tectonics, which we know, with continents drifting at a rate of a few centimetres per year. The movement has shaped Earth's landscapes for over millions of years. So, yeah.
Because that's like, Australia used to be connected to
New Zealand,
Antarctica and all the rest of that, more fascinating. Well, while you're on space, I've got a new app, Maxi.
What have you got?
Aurora Watch. Northern Lights.
Northern Lights. So
no activity today.
No activity
today. It's coming into summer. I'm not going to see anything, but
it's good to have.
I'm the kind of we love a geeky app this, don't we? I'll be able to. Yeah. So excellent. What do we got next then, Maxie?
We've got reflection.
Ooh.
Yeah, reflection today. We were talking before this podcast. It's the May challenge last year, the 42 for 42 challenge. You swam 42 kilometres in the pool. I ran 2 marathons.
Yeah.
And we had people from all over the world come together to do challenges around the fact that 42 people every hour of every day drown across the world. And those stats are still the same.
Yeah.
We had a pretty bad summer here in Australia with drownings, not just on the coast, but inland waterways as well.
Yeah.
We're going into the summer up in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm sure they're going to have their work cut out up in the northern parts of the world where it's a bit warmer. But please stay safe around water.
Yeah.
It's very important to have situational awareness, know your limits, know the dangers, and always be prepared for things to go wrong.
Yeah. And how crazy that was a year ago. And, things, we want things to get better. We don't expect miracles overnight, but let's be moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, because, we've said it before, Max, how come keep swimming 42K?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to have to think of something else. I might have to walk it next time.
I've got a couple of the marathons still left in me. However, I understand that there has to be and there will be other ways where we can get the message out there.
Yeah.
And we are having some important conversations with important people.
Yeah.
And, one person could lead you down a path to someone else that gives you an opportunity here and there. So
exactly.
It's what we've done in the last year from our first event. We've already done another event since then, which was in February.
Yeah.
We're evolving our online and school program every day.
Yeah.
We're getting some great guests on our podcast and, we're just chipping away.
Spreading the story. So a year on, thanks to everybody and a couple of the people overseas that helped us. I'm going to be seeing in the next few weeks, which is amazing.
Very exciting. Young Nico.
Excellent. Little Nico and Emily and Smiley Sophie. Hope I'm going to track her down as well when I'm up in the north.
South
So
Shields.
yeah, exactly. So
Good stuff.
good stuff. Right.
Rolling into
what have we got next then, Maxie?
The playlist this week for the Live, Learn, Survive playlist on Spotify. I found a song called Home. And it's by Good Neighbours. So I know that in a couple of weeks, Leigh, you're going back to the UK, which is home. Sorry, Australia's home, but your first home. So, you always have connection with your home and where you grew up. So I thought it'd be quite fitting to add that into the
Good Neighbours.
playlist.
I'll be going to see some of my good mates and back to the old neighbourhood. So, perfect. Added that one in then, Maxie. Excellent.
And we got the rule for the rule book.
Ooh.
Rule for the rule book. It is. I think it is. It is. Okay. So after the chat we had with our special guest this week, practice gratitude daily, and 1% of the day is 14 minutes.
Yes.
So use those 14 minutes to practice gratitude, practice doing good things. And that's not the idea we've come up with. The person we've spoken to about this week is a great initiative around that 14 minutes and that 1%. So we look forward to everyone hearing and seeing that. But
and you'll hear his message later on, and it's like 1% of your day is 40 minutes. So do something for yourself for those 40 minutes.
Have gratitude.
So cool. So you're going to love that chat coming up in a few weeks, and it keeps getting a word that gets used around a lot, but I don't think the importance of it can ever be underestimated. It does make a difference.
It does. And, again, I know that people are enjoying our podcast, and I know we're seeing people on YouTube now. Thank you for the support. Keep spreading the word. We have some great guests coming up in the next month, so please hang out for that. And we will see you all next week.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got to go and record some videos and things like that. So have a great week. Be kind, stay safe, look after each other, and
have a working smoke alarm.
We'll see you all soon. And swim between the flags while we're there, and and learn CPR. And we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.